It's Friday, September the 20th, 2024. I'm back in St. George's, and it's time to get this party started again. So from up here, you have sweeping views of the whole of St. David's Island. I'm on the eastern part of the main road coming out of the town of St. George's. And yeah, that is St. David's Island over there. So on this walk, I'm going to try and put a lot more focus on the fact that I'm walking. This is what these walks are all about, is the exercise and the steps. So, not as much, supposedly, not as much for the touring aspect. But at the same time, I want to show fabulous shots of what I'm seeing along the way. So, hey, that's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, as they say. I've just left the town of St. George's, and I'm heading toward Gates Fort. So I'm going to see if I can get some nice shots out there. In the meantime, it's a wide expanse of road and grass, and St. David's in the background. See? And there is the town of St. George's. This is a good view. Wow. And look at that. Ordnance Island really does look like an island from up here, with that yellow 3-story structure with 2 chimneys in the distance, and a few palm trees and a few casuarinas with the bridge connecting it to the main St. George's Island. Yeah, very pretty. I'm on Cut Road, St. George's right now, and it's so quiet out here. So quiet on a Friday afternoon. Wow. I'm telling you, it is quieter out here on Cut Road St. George's than it is in a sleepy lane in Somerset. Wow, it's just so quiet. And it is it's like 2:47 on a Friday afternoon. Would have thought there would be a little more activity, but that's cool. It's all good. This is Towne Cut St. George's, which is basically the channel that enters from the Atlantic Ocean, or has ships, yachts, all the large vessels that do come into the St. George's Harbor come in through this channel, believe it or not, even the big cruise ships. It is a sight to see because it's not that wide. It really, really isn't, especially when you've got a cruise ship taking up 99.9% of the width of this channel. And here is Gates Fort Park, right by the Towne Cut. Just imagine that you are back in the 1800s in Bermuda, and you're out here at Gates Fort keeping a watch on approaching enemy boats. This is the interior of this fort. I am going to venture up these wooden steps and see what's what. Ooh. Never been up here before. Not that I can remember. But here are my cannons ready to fire. And there is the big, vast Atlantic Ocean. Any boat trying to get into this Towne Cut is not going to make it. Not at all. This Gates Fort is smaller than Fort St. Catherine, but it's still historically very significant. It was built in the 1620s, and it guarded the entrance to the harbor and provided a first line of defense against any naval threats. While not as grand as Fort St. Catherine, it played an important role in Bermuda's early military history. Yes, it certainly did. I'm about to leave Gates Fort now, and I've only just walked from the Towne Square up here, and my step count is 2,752 so far. Still got a long way to go to get back to the Towne Square and loop around this parish. So let's go. Here's another fortification, the Alexandra Battery. But I'm not going to go in and get really into this one. Just showing you, it's only about a couple of 100 yards away from Gates Fort, actually. So there's Alexandra Battery over there, built in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And this is the beach that is nearby, supposedly a sea glass beach, but I don't really see evidence of sea glass the way you see it at the sea glass beach in Dockyard, Bermuda. But nevertheless, it's a nice little beach to have a swim at for sure. Just look at those beautiful waters this afternoon. Just gorgeous. There's the guy hard at work on a Friday afternoon, keeping everything looking spiffy. Well, it's official. I'm in no man's land in St. George's Parish. Whoa, ain't nobody out here, just me. In the distance, you can see Fort St. Catherine as well as Fort St. Catherine Beach. And popping up on the left side of the screen is St. Regis Hotel, or part of it. Well, it looks like I have come just in time to see what looks like a U.S. Navy vessel coming out from behind the Fort St. Catherine, headed to who knows where. I have no idea, but yeah, my timing was perfect there. I have to say, this Bermuda woman adventure is taking me to parts of this island on foot that I never expected to be on. So, Barry Road, St. George's, on foot. And this is what it looks like. Totally empty. Look what we have here. Goats. They're like mountain goats up there on this cliff. The St. Regis Hotel, Bermuda's latest and newest hotel establishment. And there is Fort St. Catherine Beach and Fort St. Catherine out there on the point. I'm making progress. My step count now is 5,171, and I'm at the St. Regis Hotel. So yeah, this is going to be a good walk, because I still have a little ways to go before I get back to the town of St. George's. So yay for me! I've reached Tobacco Bay, which is a popular spot for tourists, with all of the amenities they would need to enjoy themselves for a day at the beach, particularly the tourists that are staying at the eastern end of the country down here in St. George's. So yeah, this is Tobacco Bay. So I've just decided I would take a break actually at the Tobacco Bay concession. So I'm relaxing for a minute, having myself a little Coke. I have finally arrived at the unfinished church. This is the pathway to the unfinished church from the parking lot area. Nice and cool. Construction began on this unfinished church in the 1870s, but was never completed due to funding issues, storms, and disagreements within the congregation. Today, it stands as a hauntingly beautiful ruin. While it never served its intended purpose, it's a favorite spot for photography and weddings. Absolutely incredible. I think it's more beautiful unfinished than it would have been had it been finished. What do you think? Well, that's a wrap. I'm back at the long-term parking where the car is, and I've racked up 7,690 steps today. So it's been a good walk, but I have to say that was the quietest walk I ever took. Quiet! I felt like I was in no man's land at times, but very, very nice walk.